Hello there, buddies. Alright, so I know I haven't done a review in God knows how long. So reviews are something. Pardon the lawnmower. Hey, shut up! Those leaves will blow away! You don't have to mow them! Oh god, I love being home alone. It's fun, isn't it? It's funny because the guy mowing the leaves out there, he can't even hear a word I'm saying. Doesn't matter how loud I scream at him. I could be screaming in his face, and he wouldn't hear me. That lawnmower is so loud. But on a more serious note, I just want to take this time to say thank you to everybody who has supported my channel and myself for the amount of time I've been on YouTube. It means so much to me. Like, I'm not kidding. You have no idea. I know I don't have time to respond to like everybody's comments, but you know, I answer as many of them as I can, and if I don't answer one, it's not because I don't like you or anything. Sometimes I'm just really busy and I don't really have the time. So yeah, just thank you to everybody who has stuck with me. And I literally have like, what, 1,300 subscribers now? I mean, that's crazy. I would have never expected to make it this far. Like, seriously, like, that is huge to me. It's like, literally, it's all because of you guys who watch my channel for some reason. So thank you so much, and I love all of you. You all are awesome. You guys are like my second family. Like, seriously, you guys are awesome. So, on with the review of a very old CLYW yo-yo. This is not a new yo-yo at all. It's very old. They've had it around for a long time. I believe it's discontinued now. It's actually in their retired line. It's pretty old, but it is a really, really great yo-yo. Like, it's one of their best, in my opinion. Like, even it goes up there next to the Avalanche. That's at least my opinion. To me, it's really good. I could literally just end the review there, because I'm positive you'll be happy with it, but if you want to know what kind of specific kinds of traits it has and all that, just stay tuned and we'll cover all of that. Okay, so I guess we can go ahead and jump right in. The BVM2 is one of those yo-yos that they have one of the really cool sleeves over the box that has some really cool artwork on it that's in color. It's kind of like how the Cliffs box is, like with the artwork in that. I think there are a few other CLYWs that have the same kind of thing. But yeah, that's the artwork. It's really nice. I love it. So, box art, it's by Jimbo Phillips. It's a Boyd Set signature yo-yo, so that's what that is. Bear vs. Man round 2. It says round 2 because there was a Bear vs. Man 1. I don't have one. I've used one though, and it feels, you know, you are gonna laugh. It actually feels to me similar to a Yomega Maverick. Guys, I think there's a bird in my room. But yeah, you all are gonna laugh. I think the Bear vs. Man 1, to me it feels like a Yomega Maverick, a really, really good Yomega Maverick, but that's what it feels like to me. You all may think differently. I'm perfectly open to that, but that's at least how I feel. But with the Bear vs. Man 2, they were trying to sort of incorporate more of a competition kind of feel, and I really think they hit the nail on the head with that. All ones with she's like that it's this like generic Carolage stamp. This sleeve also includes the colorway, which is Fire Blizzard, which is a really sick colorway. So yeah, you open that up. As always, you got this stuff. It also comes with a spare string. This stuff's really cool. And then this is your yo-yo. This is the BVM2 in Fire Blizzard. It looks so cool, doesn't it? Yeah, basically this colorway is just like it's a background color of just red. They took an orange acid wash and put it on it, and then they basically just took some white and speckled it on it. It looks really sick. Okay, so there's quite a bit to say about this yo-yo, so let's go ahead and get this show on the road. So, the general feel of this when you're playing with it, I feel it's very, very floaty. I really, really love the feeling of this when you're throwing it. It's not edgy or anything at all. It's extremely comfortable. Like my Avalanche here, it has that same kind of feeling, but the Avalanche, it kind of has a little bit of an edgy kind of feeling. It's like, it feels to me better than an Avalanche. That's saying a lot. Like, seriously, the Avalanche being as good of a throw as it is, I couldn't really say which one's better, so to speak. I mean, that's your decision. I mean, it all depends on the player. I feel like the BVM2 plays a little bit more comfortably than the Avalanche does. just because of the general shape of it and the weight distribution and all that. But yeah, this is really great for all your really technical advanced tricks, all your really crazy slack tricks. It can handle those great. It's also really good for horizontals because it has a bit more of a V shape. I feel like that really helps horizontal ability. When you have a really complex shape on a yo-yo, kind of like, oh, I don't know, say the Woolly Marmot 2, or maybe the Cliff. The Cliff plays fine horizontally, I feel. I mean, it's not the best horizontal player, but when you have a really complex shape like that, it tends to alter the horizontal playability. So basically, when it comes to horizontal play, the more simple kind of a V shape it is, to me, the better. Like, my best horizontal yo-yo I have is the Axis Pulse Fire, just because it's so wide and it has such a indent V shape. This yo-yo kind of has a little bit more of that trait, but they narrowed it down to the point that it's also still really good for your technical tricks, while you can go a little bit more to the extreme side some. This is a really great yo-yo for all kinds of things. I mean, I know I say that for a lot of the yo-yos I review, but it is. So, okay, so now that we've covered more of the general kind of side of things, I guess we can go into the more technical aspects of the design. Its cup diameter is 56.5 millimeters. It's a good average kind of size. The width is 44.12 millimeters, which I feel is a really great average. It's not too thin, but not too wide. The response pads, as always, all CLYWs have them. They're snow tires, and the bearing, usually it comes with a CTX bearing, which is a center track 10-ball bearing. It's a great bearing. I've never really had any major problems with it. The weight is 66.2 grams. It's not the lightest CLYW yo-yo in grams, nor is it the heaviest, but really, in the end, it doesn't even matter what the weight is. You can have a 70-gram yo-yo, but make it feel like it's 50 grams. Just all depending on the way you shift the weight around, and it really doesn't matter that much. They shifted the weight on this to make it feel really freaking light. It feels really light and floaty, so just keep that in mind. The axle is CLYW's long axle. As you can see, pretty much any CLYW that has the hub nub sticking out, then that's a telltale sign that the axle is going to be long instead of short, because the axle will protrude out into those nubs. I guess I would prefer a long axle because I've lost multiple short axles, like in the leaves and stuff, because like when you unscrew the yo-yo and you're not really paying attention, the axle can fall out a lot easier with like a short axle yo-yo like the Arctic Circle 2 or something like that. So I typically prefer long axles just for that convenience purpose. If you're wondering how inner ring grinds go down, there are two ridges on the inside of this yo-yo that you can land it on. There's this outer one, which is much easier to do. Just do it on this one. It's so much easier. Then there's the one on the inside, this little ridge right here. Its purpose is not for inner ring grinds. Its purpose is just for messing around with the weight and the way the yo-yo feels. It's not for inner ring grinds. But this yo-yo is better for inner ring grinds than I have felt with other CLYW yo-yos, because this area is a lot more flat than some other models. It just fits in there a lot easier. When it comes to horizontal finger grinds, it's fine. This nub doesn't really get in the way too much. It's not the best horizontal finger grind yo-yo. I mean, it's not like the Woolly Marmot 2 or anything like that where you can't do them. It's actually fine when it comes to horizontal finger grinds. Is it as good as, say, the Avalanche when it comes to horizontal finger grinds? Probably not, but I'd say it's okay. You can do them. Other grinds, I'm gonna say this is possibly one of the smoothest yo-yos I've had ever when it comes to like the actual finish. I'm assuming they just used their grunt bowl finish on this, which is, it's a really nice kind of finish. I don't really know the details of it, but this finish, this coating they use, it's lasted a lot longer than some of their other models have, and I think a main reason why this feels like it's lasting longer is just because of the simple shape. say if you were to have an avalanche, it sort of dips down really quickly. It can sort of feel like the finish is wearing away quicker just because of that sort of edgy kind of feeling. But with this, it just feels a lot more natural. There's no kinds of like places where the yo-yo can like sort of just like jut off if you hit it wrong. It's really, really good for grinds. Like, I'm not just saying it's really, really good. It's actually a lot better for grinds than a lot of other yo-yos I've played with. If you go over and look at my Instagram page, Eric and Reptile, go ahead and follow me, by the way, if you don't mind. That would be awesome. I post some pretty cool stuff. If you look there, there's a video of me doing a trick where like I whip the string over the yo-yo and do a finger grind. I put it underneath my leg and I kneel down and I hop the yo-yo up and it binds back. I used this yo-yo for that because that grind, that was a really, really long grind and I needed a really good yo-yo for grinds that would last that long. Like, I couldn't just have one that would just spin out on my finger. This was a really, really good yo-yo for that. The retail price on this one's actually a little bit cheaper than some of them. This is actually retails for around $135. You're not gonna really find this in any kinds of retail stores anymore because, I mean, it's retired. But the places I usually see them are eBay. It's almost always eBay. I'm sure you can find them on forums. I got this one off of eBay. I get all my CLYWs off of eBay for the most part. Unless it's a new one, I'll usually maybe get it off of Yo-Yo Expert. But I actually kind of like to stick with the old CLYWs. I'm really wanting to complete my collection with all the old CLYWs. I find them very intriguing. I like the new ones too, but I'm having a hard time keeping up with all the new ones. They're putting out so many. There's a lot I would like to try, and a lot that I have tried but just don't own that I really like. But I kind of like to go back to the old CLYW scene. I really, really liked it. Not that I don't like the new scene at all. I like it. One thing I don't really like about the new CLYW kind of vibe is the colorways. I mean, there are exceptions, of course, but I really wish they would stick more to their old colorways, actually. I'm not saying the new ones they make are bad. I just feel like the old ones are really iconic and really, really cool looking. So I wish they would put more of the old colorways into their new yo-yos. I wish they would sort of keep including more of the old colorways so they don't just completely forget about that, because they had some really awesome colorways and I don't want those to go away. You know, like colorways like confetti, colorways like ashberry, Clearview Station Blizzard, black bit bop, gray bit bop, I mean Ninja Hurdles, of course Fire Blizzard, Camp Caribou Blizzard, all those really awesome old colorways. I really feel like they should still use them. I don't really think I have anything else to say about it other than that it's an insanely, insanely good yo-yo. Whether it's old or new, it will always be great. So if you have the chance to pick one up for a good price, I say go for it. I'm sure you will love it. It's a really great yo-yo. So yeah, that's the Bear vs. Man 2. I hope you enjoyed. If you have any advice to make my reviews better, go ahead and leave them down in the comments. I'd love to hear your opinions. But yeah, Bear vs. Man 2. It's a great yo-yo. Thanks for watching. Thanks for 1,300 subscribers. It means so much to me. I may or may not make a 1,000+ sub video. I might not. I don't know. We'll see. But alright, I will go ahead and leave you all to your business, and I will see you in the next video.